episode of Point Away Debates. I am your host, King Stiggs. Our topic today is the NBA, is the scrutiny in the NBA amongst players fair? Go ahead, Cliff.
Man, I don't know how to turn the volume down on my watch. The scrutiny, bro, it's not, the scrutiny is only for LeBron. Everybody does not get scrutiny. Scrutinized. Okay. Only LeBron. Okay. Right? Giannis lost, he ain't getting treated the way LeBron would have got treated if he won back-to-back MVPs and got 4-1.
Okay. Oh, well, hold on. Before you think, I know you think on a tangent. Go ahead.
Well, what's the definition of scrutiny?
Listen. You went live on your Instagram the other night,
right?
And you were saying about Russell Westbrook was scrutinized for his fourth quarter.
Oh, okay, yeah. So being attacked, I guess you would say.
To make it a little more specific, because you can be attacked for different things. So to make it a little more specific. We're talking about crunch time in the playoffs. People are being scrutinized or not being scrutinized.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, yeah, for sure. I think that a few players besides LeBron are scrutinized, I think everybody deserves the smoke, but I don't think everybody gets it.
Okay,
like they should.
So you saying it's not fair? Like
it's not fair whatsoever.
What was you? You was leading into something. You was saying if you're not LeBron, basically.
If you're not LeBron, you don't get scrutinized, right?
I don't believe that.
So what was said about Giannis for not getting over the hump? Oh, he need more teammates. Everybody, they ain't go in on him. If LeBron James went back-to-back MVP, no, he won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Back-to-back MVP, but won Defensive Player of the Year this year with it, you know?
Over Anthony Davis, right? And then lost. And by far they weren't in the game. They weren't in the series till after he left. Right? Mm-hmm. He was not doing what an MVP is supposed to do. He didn't get scrutinized. Kawhi Leonard was up 3-1. Kawhi Leonard, I was told by everybody who was the NBA analyst. This is I had to make sure I'm getting it right. This is the best perimeter duo since Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. And they let a player that is an emerging superstar. There wouldn't be an emerging superstar in this world that would get buckets on Michael Jordan like that.
I'm going to say on defense. To add to that,
on defense,
best duo perimeter on defense is Michael Jordan
and Scottie Pippen. All right? And Jamal Murray was getting what he wanted on y'all. Kawhi Leonard blocked his shot, and after that, he was a different player. That's why I know the next game they had, he going to be different because LeBron locked him up. And in his mind, I got to go get that back. That's how he is. Yeah. Kawhi blocked his shot one finger. Jamal Murray went the same after that.
All due respect to Kawhi, Jamal Murray, and LeBron James, but we're talking about somebody. No, but yes, but we're talking about somebody who guarded him for 3 quarters, 4 quarters, versus somebody who guarded him for like end of the game clutch moment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there is a difference. Like LeBron locked him up for those 5 minutes.
For sure.
Kawhi had to try and contain him or lock him up for those 4 quarters.
Michael Jordan wouldn't have had that problem with Scottie Pippen. True or false?
Wrong. Scottie Pippen.
You told me Magic Johnson best point guard ever.
Yeah, no question.
They say Scottie.
That's what I'm saying. I said Scottie maybe, but I'm not gonna give you Jordan. Listen, all I'm saying is at the end of the day,
he was defense.
No, it was
the players. Scottie wasn't winning them. Jordan was.
I got you. What I'm trying to tell you though is from what I seen from different individuals, LeBron and Kawhi, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. Jordan locked up who he had to defend, but they weren't scorers. Gary Payton, Clyde Drexler, they weren't. When he had to play Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant, it looks completely different.
I get you that.
Okay, so with Scottie Pippen, whoever they put in front of him, he hemmed up.
Yeah.
More than likely, they were a ball handler, and guess what? They were smaller than him. Kawhi and LeBron can say the same thing, but LeBron had a defensive situation for 5 minutes in the game. He did what he's supposed to do, period.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you believe that Russell Westbrook gets anytime he messes up, do you believe that him and Harden get the scrutiny that they deserve?
It's not a trick question. I know why you're laughing, but it's not a trick question.
The Rockets losing wasn't on Russell Westbrook. It's on James Harden.
But I'm saying when Russ is doing bad, whether they win or lose or not, he'll have a great game. 58%, 17 points, whatever, shooting great. He'll make one bonehead decision and he's trending on Twitter.
But those bonehead decisions are always in pressure situations for
and win or lose. Okay, so right. LeBron.
If he make a mistake, he get. They putting him on the cross. He's getting crucified.
Do you think so? Okay, so what game is this? This was we're in what series?
It's 3-1. It's 3-1 Lakers. It's
so
3-2.
Game. They're going to play game 5 tonight. Okay, so game 3.
Yeah.
Scoreless the last 10 minutes. 4 turnovers in 4 minutes. No scrutiny. I didn't see not one person. What was about it?
Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless.
Which game?
Game 3.
Okay, all right.
You can't say LeBron James and say no scrutiny.
No. He gets scrutiny, but I'm saying other players get scrutiny as well, not just him.
Listen, how often do we talk about how many points Westbrook scored in the fourth? That's not a conversation we have for Westbrook. But LeBron James, we always were. Oh, he was 1 for 4.
That's cap. What? How do you think the word Westbrook came? Like, what do you think that even came about?
Hey, first of all, he said he was running around doing nothing again. He said that.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying when you listen. I understand. If you're acknowledging that, that's cool. But the scrutiny doesn't. Just because you acknowledge it, don't mean you don't deserve the scrutiny. So LeBron James acknowledged in the fourth quarter. Oh yeah, in the fourth quarter, I was struggling, and I forgot what exactly he said, but he kind of was just saying like he acknowledged it, but he did it. But nobody said anything. Nobody said any.
Whatever LeBron do.
Are we really counting Skip Bayless right now? Besides Skip Bayless.
Wait. It depends on what he said.
Skip Bayless says anything about LeBron.
That's right there. No, I'm saying how we gonna take
because
Skip?
He's a bona fide LeBron hater.
So for sure, no matter what he do, he gonna have something to say. True or false?
That's fact. But listen, I'm talking about in the general.
Who just hate?
Is it general scrutiny or is it personal?
You talking about on Twitter? A lot of people on Twitter.
No, it was so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
A lot of them don't know what they be talking about.
Wait, because there's
still scrutiny.
There's a perspective gap in here, and the only reason why I say that is because you're a huge Russell Westbrook fan. You talk about Russell Westbrook heavily. You go on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you just talk about a broad range of sports. So there's scrutiny that she sees that you don't because of her.
About Westbrook. And you know what?
They
hate on Westbrook because you like him, right? Westbrook was sitting somewhere saying, y'all see Paul George?
No, but listen,
I had to get him out of here.
But listen, general, listen, I'm starting to become known on Instagram, but everybody don't know me yet.
Yeah.
Everybody. Allen Iverson went on Twitter and said, Russell Westbrook blew the game. When have we ever seen an athlete attack LeBron like that? Because there's been times where it was his fault. When have we ever? Okay.
Everybody gone.
Okay, but
so did Westbrook blow the game?
It doesn't happen as often.
It doesn't.
Did he blow the game?
Listen. When you're LeBron James, when you're Michael Jordan, you're Kobe, you're gonna get that scrutiny. You get just as much love as hate.
Yeah.
You go back to right now. Everybody LeBron fan.
Let me say this way. What she's referring to is the pass that went out of bounds when he was trying to get the ball. Okay,
that was a bad pass.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. To me, that's not a bad pass.
Yes.
If I'm crossing half court, the rest of the team is in front of me. I got a man that should be standing wide open at the 3-point line. If you look at the instant replay, it's not a bad pass. He placed the ball where the player should have been. If Covington is hustling up the court like he's supposed to be, he makes it to that ball. He's jogging, barely crossed half court, and then what happens? Russell Westbrook passed the ball. It's no different from if that was a late game pass from Tom Brady. What would they say? The receiver wasn't where he was supposed to be in.
He got slaughtered.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like
they were talking about trading him that night. They were talking. Westbrook was.
Is it as simple as Westbrook could have slowed down, turned, and looked to see first? Okay, potentially, but if we're in the playoffs, we're NBA players. We get paid millions of dollars. Hustle up the court. I mean, that's basketball 101.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So
Westbrook need to be traded because they don't fit.
Now see,
it ain't got nothing. It don't got nothing to do with Westbrook game.
Now you're not blaming Westbrook.
I'm blaming James hard
because they don't mesh one.
He needs.
But listen though. See how many people said James Harden. They always saying Russ needs to be traded. Russ is the problem. See, he had Paul George. Okay, listen. Game 7.
And then the next game,
listen. No, I'm saying Russ wasn't 2 for 11.
Okay.
James Harden was.
Game 7 Game 7 against OKC. I forgot. He went crazy. James Harden shot 3 for 16 that game. And nobody said anything. So my thing is like when Russ is playing great, because think of LeBron. Here's the thing with LeBron. When LeBron's playing well, he gets praised. He's on Bleacher Report, House of Highlights. Shannon Sharp got the GOAT mask. He's the GOAT. Everything else. When Russ is doing well, crickets. Nobody knows anything.
Russ is probably third, fourth best point guards in the NBA.
But he's the most hated. He's the most hated point guard.
We not.
And what
was say this?
No, what was the end result? No, wait. What was the end result of the company? Okay, all right.
He's the most hated.
Let me say this. Hold on. To rebuttal something that you brought up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, about it being LeBron. Nobody scrutinized. Russell Westbrook received more scrutiny in that series than James Harden. Why?
Which is crazy.
Well, but why? Because what? James Harden, we know what we're going to get. I did a segment after the Clippers gave up 3-1 about, and the first name I brought up was Paul George. I said, you know what, Paul George, you deserve no blame for this loss. Why? Because we knew what you were going to do. We knew one game you was capable of giving us 26, 28, almost 30, and the next game you was going to go missing. You was 0 for from 3-point line.
Playoff P.
Look, the P don't stand for Paul. I keep saying that. You know what I'm saying? WAP.
And mind you, oh, go ahead, my bad.
You said Giannis a while ago. Oh, 2-time back-to-back MVP, and he won Defensive Player of the Year. Why isn't he getting the scrutiny that LeBron James has gotten? Is he LeBron James?
Mm-mm.
Is he ever going to be the caliber of LeBron James? No, he will not. When I say
get $100 million coming out, right.
I guess what I'm saying is when Giannis at his best will not be in the GOAT talk.
Facts.
Okay, so when we're evaluating these players, we have to respect. Okay, Giannis is still young. Giannis is on his way to try to get to where LeBron's best was. I don't think he'll ever reach it. Best case scenario, he does. Well, also, let's look at another thing. They won the one game he set out. Chris Middleton put up 30.
Mm-hmm.
When he's on the court, he put up his season averages. You know what I'm saying? When he was healthy, he put up his season averages. Now, something that we did talk about, and I'll give you attest this to you. People are so quick to jump to what the media are talking about, or how take the scrutiny from the media. I watch the same old heads, the same legends, Hall of Famers of basketball, or the same legends as far as commentation and analysts. Mm-hmm. They scrutinize Michael Porter Jr. Oh, you young, sit down, wait your turn, keep quiet, or take this to the front office. What he said is how they won their one game in the conference finals so far.
Yeah.
Turn around and also scrutinize Giannis for not accepting the role of I'm going to guard Jimmy Butler, so on and so forth. If Giannis comes out and says, oh, hey, I took that on myself, that was something that I wanted to do, they're going to be like, oh, hey, you should have kept this in-house. So it's always something against
for real.
the Skip Bayless approach.
And
it's always something against what that individual is doing.
And this is what I'll say. If you look at all of these players, we're talking about Bron, Giannis, and Kawhi. What is all of these things that they all have in common? They're top contenders. People expected Giannis to come out the East. He's just the MVP. They had LeBron and Kawhi to go with it. So we all expected them to do great, big things. Who expected Houston to do big things? So my thing is, how is Russ getting the almost equal amount of slander as them, and people weren't even expecting him to do those
did he have in the game? I'm only asking.
And LeBron had 6 turnovers in that game I'm talking about.
Let's say he averaged 4 or 5 a game.
And James averaged 6.
And LeBron had 4. And LeBron had 4 for a minute.
Let's say down to the decimal point.
LeBron averaged 4.5.
No, but I'm saying he averaged 4 for those 4 in those 4 minutes, and nobody said anything. It was crickets. He wasn't trending on Twitter. Nobody said anything about it.
I watched Undisputed
during the game.
What does that mean?
Skip said something.
You mean Undisputed.
The last 4 minutes of the game. Look at the play where AD hit the shot. This is what he said. LeBron wanted no parts. Look in his eyes. Look, Rondo said it. I looked at LeBron.
That's speculation.
That Skip from show.
It's Skip though. Like
now Rondo did say he looked at LeBron and he didn't make a move.
Oh, okay, so there's a difference between he doesn't want the shot and he
I'm giving you the Skip.
But listen,
Skip is gonna come for LeBron every time.
Skip, but haters always got something to say.
It's not. Listen, haters gonna hate. That's what they're supposed to do.
Facts. But I'm saying when you look at his scrutiny, you can't really. He's not really a good person to use. You have to look at the general public and what they're saying. That's real scrutiny.
I ain't said nothing about Westbrook. I ain't say Westbrook can't get over the hump. I ain't say that.
So here's the question:
James Harden is their problem.
No, Mike D'Antoni was their biggest problem.
So look,
James Harden is a problem.
So look, so next year if they had the same,
I've already answered this. Listen, just because, your question was going to be if they get another coach and end up in the same place and both look bad or can't close in the clutch, who's going to be the problem? Again, James Harden is a piece of the problem. Just because Mike D'Antoni is gone does not mean that the new coach can't be an issue as well. What has Westbrook's career been mostly as far as why he hadn't won a championship?
What you mean, like
coaching? Let's be realistic as far as the year that they had the Kendrick Perkins, Serge Ibaka, Durant, Cephalosha, and James Harden was coming off the bench, and okay, that was their best year. I would say that
I feel like they played a better team that year.
Well, no question. They played Miami in the finals.
Yeah, they played a better team.
They never got back because of what?
You feel like it's coaching?
No. They were a young team. Serge Ibaka has went and gotten a ring with
so them losing 3-1.
Kendrick Perkins had a ring before that. Cephalosha has been in and out of the playoffs. He can't stay. He's been in and out of the D-League.
Defense.
And then KD has gotten 2 rings. James Harden and Russell Westbrook have not seen the final since.
Now, listen to the teams that Serge Ibaka was on the team last year. That was pretty good. Matter of fact, that team's still pretty good. That team probably would have been the Eastern Conference Finals if Kawhi was there.
Yeah,
all right, we're not gonna do the ands or ifs. KD went to a team that won 73 games the year before. So it'd be a lot about the team. Now, what I will say, Westbrook was getting bounced out the playoffs last year. I mean, for 2 years in a row. Yeah, his number twos. His number twos really, because Paul George just ain't
clutch. Playoff P has exposed himself for who he actually is.
Paul. Go ahead.
I mean, but look, Westbrook got beat 3-1 before. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was up 3-1
and then lost. 3-1.
Gave up a 3-1 lead.
KD gave that up. I feel.
Oh, so the highest star is who we blame.
Wait, does the Westbrook deserve some blame? Yes, but that's going on
50-50. We'll give him 50.
No. Minimum 50% Kevin Durant, then you can expose the rest of the team accordingly. But no, we're not doing 50-50. Look, if 100% of blame gets to go around, KD will be 50, the coach will get some, Westbrook and the other players will get some, but no, we're not.
Whoa. Well, we're going to break it down. KD get 25, Russ get 25, get 50.
No. Russ can have 25. KD's getting 50.
Why KD getting 50?
Again.
Look at the criticism. KD getting 50 for that loss, but Russ not getting it.
Russ is not getting 50. So
when they lost.
Was their responsibility equivalent on the team? Yes or no?
Gotta be, yeah.
It was?
Somebody gotta be held responsible.
Wait, tomorrow. So who's taking the late game shots? KD or Russell Westbrook?
Who you tell me?
It was KD, no question.
You tell me.
He went 0 for 7 in the 5th game.
You ain't never seen him come down, shoot 5 jumpers in a row and miss.
In their closeout game, he went 0 for 7 in the 4th quarter. So stop, bro. And in the first closeout game, so you up 3-1, you can't close it. KD goes 0 for 7. So at the end of the day, yes, Russell Westbrook, no question, every single year that they did not win a championship, Russell Westbrook will receive some blame.
Right.
But we going to KD first.
Because he's the man. The man always
answer this. If the Lakers don't win the championship,
it's on LeBron.
All right, no question. But respectfully, points, AD, rebounds, AD. Closing the game went down to 80 free throws. AD, but
I'm gonna have to if they lose and he's averaging 5 rebounds, take some of that off LeBron. AD, what you doing, bro?
I agree.
What you doing, bro?
But at the end of the day, it's going to be on LeBron. No question. Hey, the same thing with the Clippers this season. Again, I say
it's on Doc, ain't it?
Yes. But, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to go to Kawhi. How many times Paul George outside of the team not wanting him?
Kawhi averaged 29 points per game in the playoffs. It's not his fault.
What he averaged? Closeout game, what he had?
No, I understand. No, he deserves blame. But
Jamal had 40. What you had? You the star.
He deserves blame. You had, 10, 14 points that game? So he deserves blame. I'm not saying he's eliminated from, but I'm saying overall in the playoffs, he's done great. The role players have been on and off. Lou Williams has been trash. Trez has been trash. Paul George has been trash.
He a star coming out the bench. I feel you.
The only one that you named, and I feel like he shouldn't be part of the scrutiny, maybe, and I'm
Trez?
I'm taking back what I said. Well, no, because he averaged more points than expected. He averaged more points than Lou Williams.
Look, Lou Williams, he deserves a whole.
And then what can you do against Jokic if you? How tall is Trez? 6'9", maybe.
At max, 6'8" for sure.
Yeah, and Mo.
So I mean, what?
Well, Lou Will didn't want to be there, which was obvious.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people
didn't want to come.
You shouldn't have been there.
Say that in the first place, because you got to the bubble and left.
Yeah, don't come and they can replace you like the Lakers replaced their players.
But Lou Will come off the bench. Kawhi, because Kawhi at a point was blaming where I feel like everybody needs to know what was going on. Why you the star, right? They was blitzing you, right?
And I'm gonna end with that right there. So let me say this, but I'm gonna end with the Kawhi situation. You say the scrutiny in the NBA is not fair.
It's not fair whatsoever.
You say
it is not fair. They pick and choose, and the media has a lot to do with it.
Now,
just give me your answer first. Now look, come on.
Man, nah, it's not fair.
Okay, it's not fair.
fair.
And I'm going to say this. It is, because you cannot evaluate every single situation the same exact way. And I'm gonna tell you right now, whether it's Russell Westbrook, Giannis, Kawhi Leonard, Paul, whoever, James Harden, or if it's a coach, they're not going to receive the same amount of scrutiny as LeBron James. Why? He's in the GOAT conversation. His name will come up with the other four: Kobe Bryant, Kareem, Bill Russell, and Michael Jordan. Those are the 5 names guaranteed that you're going to get when you start having the GOAT conversation. Why? Because of accolades like MVPs, scoring titles, All-Star games, championships, number of years played, so on and so forth. Those will be your 5 players guaranteed to be heard over and over again. So, yes, I can hold somebody. You said what?
I understand that.
So here's the thing. It's fair because you're going to hold them to a higher standard regardless.
Right.
And again, if I tell you Giannis will never be seen in the eye of LeBron James or anybody of that caliber, then yeah, LeBron and the 4 players I named and everybody else.
I respect it.
I just want the fans to keep the same energy because y'all be acting like hypocrites.
If we talking, you are top 5
in the league or all time.
In the league,
okay.
You deserve the hype because we saying you. Nope. They saying you are top.
Nope.
They saying out of every basketball player.
I'm gonna tell you right. But here's the thing though. Let's do it like this. You have LeBron James, and everybody else is fighting for first place. Why? Because he's going to be well above them. You know what I'm saying? Like now, as far as him aging, and I understand all that. LeBron won't be reign supreme forever. Like he's getting older. There will be somebody who will be better than him in the next 2 years, I believe. But at the same time, we are talking active players, LeBron James and everybody else.
There ain't no question of that. I just feel like if you win the MVP or you're in that top 5 category, you supposed to get that.
Giannis could win the MVP for the next 3 years and LeBron be still in the league. We're not putting him in the same.
If you win 5 MVPs, that is GOAT.
Nope.
Giannis.
And I'm gonna prove this by saying that they don't even know if Derrick Rose is going to the Hall of Fame or not, and he has an MVP. But you telling me, guarantee you win 5, you in the GOAT conversation? Not necessarily, because Derrick Rose has an MVP, and they don't even know if he's going to the Hall of Fame.
That was before the leagues, but
I'm just saying.
5 MVPs.
Well,
5 league MVPs.
You got some rings to make?
Russell Goldbrook.
You don't gotta win a ring to
Russell Goldbrook has 1 MVP, and he's gonna definitely be in the Hall of Fame.
LeBron could have won that year though.
No,
because he's a
James
GOAT.
Harden was second in vote.
He's a GOAT.
I'm saying LeBron. LeBron could have won MVP for the past 9 years.
No, LeBron
for the past 30 years.
For sure.
And he only been in the league 17. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of .08 Debate. Like, comment, subscribe. Below is cargadgets.com. Use promo code STIGGS, STIGGS, for 20% off your entire purchase.
I'm Joy D'Angela.
And now see.
We sold.
Oh wait, what do I say?
She sold was saying that.
But she was ready though. You know what I'm saying? I'm Joy D'Angela. Are you drunk yet?